All right, fall is officially upon us. Leaves are starting to fall, so are house prices and home sales. I'm going to give everyone a very quick rundown of the housing market in Vancouver now that we have the September stats. This is the report from Greater Vancouver Realtors. They release one of these every month. The first line basically here says year over year sales actually got a little bit better, but on the downside, the 10-year average, we are 20.1% below the 10-year average. So we are having significantly less sales than we should. And what that basically means is that inventory is stacking up, sales are low, and essentially prices are continuing to fall. So I just like to say, for someone who is renting and looking to get into the housing market, if you are considering buying, right now is an excellent time to be looking. No, that's not going to work. Okay, there we go. So this is the past 5 years of prices data for North Vancouver's the orange one, Vancouver the green one. You can see the peak of the market over there, and then we had a huge dip when they started to raise interest rates. But I want to focus on the last 6 months or so. You can see that prices have started to really come off. And as we move further and further into the fall market before the end of the year, essentially in December, January, around the holidays, the real estate market pretty much shuts down. There's not a whole lot happening for the most part. People take their listings off the market and then they try again in the new year. But this fall market is kind of like the last push before they take it off. So as we move further and further into the fall market, buyers have more and more leverage to try and get a lower price. So keep that in mind. Now, a lot of people are like, well, why would you sell right now? But I mean, if you think about it, if you're going to move laterally, if you're going to sell your place and buy another one, sure, you got to sell, and maybe you sell for a discount and not get as much as you hoped originally. But on the flip side, when you buy, especially if you're buying something of greater value, you're actually going to save more money. And then there's also the mass exodus of investors that we've started to see leave the Vancouver housing market. So that's another large portion of inventory that's on the market right now. So that's pretty much the gist of it for October. But, if you're thinking of buying or selling in Vancouver, feel free to reach out. We do this every single day. We're constantly negotiating terms, conditions, price, while guiding our clients through this whole process. It's a major milestone and a major investment for a lot of people. And having good advice goes a long way. It can save you potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars. Our goal is always, of course, to net our clients out as much as possible while negotiating favorable terms. I think we do a decent job. We sell more than 99% of realtors in Vancouver. It's not to toot our horn, it's just to say, you're in good hands if you decide to work with us. If you want to reach out, happy to chat. Thanks so much for watching.